Okay guys, I wanted to make a quick video on the Sig P226 X5 Legion. I've only had this gun for about 2 months now, maybe a little over 1 month, not really that long. I only have about 50 rounds through it. I am wanting to do some more research on some guns I've been working on before I get to this one, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek and kind of show you some couple things I've done and kind of just show you what it's about and kind of give you some basics on the specs of what I see in it and what I'm going to use it for. Of course, I'm an IDPA shooter, so that's what I'll use it for, and we'll go into that as well. All right, first off, I have added the Holosun 507 comp, the large green dot. It's actually the green dot, not the red dot, and I love it so far. This will be the first time, once I shoot it in competition, it'll be the first time I've used the 507 comp. I've always used slightly smaller dots like the 507C, so this will be the first time I get to use the 507 comp, and I'm really excited about that. So I took the iron sights off, put the 507 comp on it, bought the plate that goes, this is an aftermarket plate that goes underneath it for the Holosun optics. Although the Delta Point Pro, I think, is what the original footprint is, this just adds a little spacer and makes the dot lock up better on the slide. Okay, trigger is awesome. I had somebody make a comment. We was talking about our P226s, and he said that the recoil impulse was a little bit wonky, a little bit bouncy. It's very, very soft, don't get me wrong. It's super soft, but he kind of had the comment that it's a little bouncy, and I agreed with him, and I said, I think it's because this recoil spring is a little oversprung, it's a little heavy, and I think once it breaks in, it'll be fine. It'll feel a lot softer once the recoil spring breaks in. So I actually locked mine back. That's a kind of a tip I gave some people on here. If you lock it back, I've been locking it back for about 3 or 4 days, and I do feel like it's softened up a little bit, especially in the initial lockup break right here. I feel like it has softened up, and I think that will cause the recoil to be even softer and kind of not have that little bouncy feel every time you shoot it, because it does have that. However, it is a very soft shooting gun. A real good friend of mine that shoots IDPA with me has the P320 Spectre comp, which has, you know, basically a smaller barrel, but it has the comp built into the end, and it's got the heavier tungsten infused polymer frame. It's an awesome gun, but we compared the two, and this one feels probably about 10 to 15% softer when you shoot it. The recoil impulse is about 15% softer than the Spectre comp. So if you have a Spectre comp or you shot a Spectre comp, expect this one to be about 10 to 15% softer. It's not a crazy amount. The Spectre comp shoots very soft, but this one shoots slightly softer. Okay, just want to let you guys know that. It comes with kind of an extended mag release. If you know that the Sig X5s, the new Sig X5s, they come with this gas pedal. It's really awesome. I really like it. It just feels great in the hand. Everything goes right where it needs to, even with my smaller hands. One thing I don't like about gas pedals is when you have kind of small to medium hands, a lot of times these gas pedals just don't work out real well, but these are well placed right here and they work really well. The safety feels like a 1911 safety. It's very, very close. It's a little different, but very close. Also, it comes with, I think these are 20 round mags if I'm not mistaken, because it's got a +2 base pad on them, but it comes with 3 of these as well. Very nice. Lock them really well. It's good that they stick out because they actually go below the mag well here, so you're not having a problem with it failing to go all the way in and locking up. Okay. One thing I was frustrated about, and let me talk about the weight real quick. Let's show you the weight. One thing that I liked about this gun so much is it is under the 45 ounces for IDPA, the maximum weight for carry optics, and the X5 I think is slightly heavier, and I think there's several reasons for that. One, you got a shorter barrel and you got some of this milled out and stuff, and I don't know if there's some differences in the grip or not, but this is a few ounces lighter than the stainless X5 that they have competition model without the ports. So I noticed the regular X5 is not good for IDPA because it's overweight, but this one is actually underweight. Let's show you the weight real quick. So on the scale with the magazine, this is 2 pounds 10.7 ounces. 2 pounds 10.7 ounces. So you've got 32 plus 10 ounces, so that's 42.7 ounces. So you got a couple ounces extra of extra weight that you have to spare for the full size in IDPA or full weight in IDPA. Very nice IDPA gun. Something that really frustrated me when I got this gun, because I thought it was right out of the box ready to go in the IDPA and fit an IDPA box. Did some research and, you know, made sure the weight was right, made sure the size was right, everything looked good, and did some research and found out that these safeties are about 2 millimeters too wide, which was a real bummer for me because I really didn't want to have to do any work to a $2,200 gun. But that very day that I found that out, I come up here, I took the Dremel and I dremeled down that first little ledge. If you see that little ledge on the safeties, I dremeled down that first little ledge that drops down on both sides and smoothed it out and blued both the safeties on both sides. So it turned out really, really good, and now fits perfectly in an IDPA box with like a 0.5 millimeter to spare. So I was really happy and proud about that and getting that done. So this is definitely an IDPA gun now. It fits in the box and should meet the Carry Optics division weight and size and all the restrictions that go along with that. So I think this is going to be a great IDPA gun. Give me about 2 months, guys, to get some IDPA footage. I don't have, like I said, I only have 50 rounds through the gun. It's been 100% reliable so far. I think I had one failure to lock back, and I think it's because it's comped and slightly oversprung. I think we just need to get the spring to break in a little bit more and shoot a little more rounds to it, and we'll have lock back. One thing I want to say real quick while we're talking about it, you know, I took down these safeties a little bit, the width a little bit, and one thing I noticed when I got the gun, the safeties are way larger than the slide release. So I didn't really like how close the slide release is to the safeties. But now that I took the safety down just a little bit in width, it's actually a little easier to hit the slide release, which is kind of nice. So it kind of worked out good because it's still plenty to purchase your finger on without it slipping off. It's not going to slip off. So it's plenty to give you kind of an anchor point, or kind of like a gas pedal for this thumb, which is how I shoot my 1911s. But it's actually, since it's a little thinner, it's a little bit easier to hit the slide release. So I actually think that's a good thing in the long run, that I actually cut them down a little bit. Grips are really nice, really awesome. I can change them out for aftermarket grips and G10 grips. However, if I change them out for G10, these are plastic, it may come close to going overweight, so we want to be careful there. All right, guys? But yeah, awesome gun so far. I'll tell you and more about my experience with it when we start shooting at IDPA, and I'll do more of a review. This is just a kind of sneak peek tabletop review. Like I said, let's go over it again. Gun with magazine has to be under 45 ounces, and this gun in this configuration is basically 42.6 or 7 ounces. 42.6 ounces. Let's do the trigger pull test real quick. I've got me a Lyman gauge here. Let's see what the trigger pull's at real quick. It has been safety checked several times, so I know it's safe, and I've already done some trigger pulls before the video just to kind of see, because I haven't even seen yet. So you are going to be seeing right after I seen the first pull and seeing what this thing pulls at. And since I don't got shooting footage for you guys, I thought it'd be great to give you a little more specs on what the trigger breaks at, because I don't see many videos on this particular gun in this configuration where they show the trigger pull. So I want to give you guys a trigger pull. Let's see what it does here. Let's see if we can get it this on camera. It's always harder on camera. So if you can see that, 2 pounds 7.4 ounce, so basically right at 2.5 pounds. Let's do one more just to double check, and I would say that's about right. 2 pounds, 7.1 ounces. So as you can see, guys, this has a great trigger. Shoots extremely soft. I think once the recoil spring gets broke in, I think once the gun breaks in itself, it's going to be even smoother. These are mass-produced guns, unlike my masterpiece, which is more hand-built. These are mass-produced and probably mostly just machined by machines, and there's no really hand tuning, I don't think, on these guns. There may be a tad bit, but not much. So these will actually get better in time. Once you get about 1,000 rounds on this, it should be better than it was factory. Okay, guys? But if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Please like and subscribe. That helps me to grow the channel. It helps me to give more content like this and motivate me. I see that our view count has been going up and our subscribers have been going up, and it's really slow, but it is going up, and I'm very proud to see that and very happy. And I'm hoping that videos like this will actually help this channel to grow. So please like and subscribe and comment, because it really does help me. Thanks, guys. God bless. Out.